take a look at this woman. She's taking the CELPIP exam. And one of the questions on the exam is talk about one of your best friends. So she says, I have a friend named Tom. He lives in Canada. He works at a bank. She doesn't know what to say. Okay? In this lesson and in this series of lessons, I'm going to teach you how to get really good marks on a speaking exam. I'm going to teach you what to say and how to pass this part of the exam. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed already to my channel, make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be making lots of lessons on CELPIP, IELTS, TOEFL, speaking, listening, reading, writing. Okay, so these lessons are going to be really, really helpful for you. Okay, so the problem is that people don't speak enough on their speaking exams. Okay, they don't speak enough. You need to speak lots. Okay, on the CELPIP exam, you have 1 minute to answer the questions. For most of the questions. Some questions you have 1.5 minutes. Okay, so you need to be speaking for 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. If you speak for 30 seconds, that's not enough. You're not going to get good marks if you only speak for a few seconds. You need to speak for the full amount of time. Okay, so this is the most important thing to remember on your speaking test, that you need to speak lots, much more than you probably will naturally speak. Okay, now one of the problems is that people see a timer in the corner, and that timer is counting down 27, 26, 25, 24. I have a friend named Tom. He works at a bank. Okay, and they get really worried. They get nervous. They get just the anxiety. You know, you're so nervous for the test, and then when you see a timer, you start to panic and you don't know what to say. Okay, so the first thing you need to remember is speak lots. Forget about the timer. Just forget about it. Think about what you want to say and then say it. Okay. Here are some really good things that you should say when you're answering the question about your friend. Okay, you should say, what is their name? What's your friend's name? That's important. How long have you known them? Where are they from? How did you meet? Why did you become good friends? And maybe talk about their personality. Tell a story. Okay, look at all of this. You can fit that all into 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to pretend that I am taking the CELPIP speaking exam, and I'm going to answer this question about my friend in 1 minute. Okay, so that you can see how I would answer this question. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm gonna start. I have a stopwatch on my phone, and I'm going to speak for 1 minute about my friend. I'm so nervous. My heart is pounding. Okay, ready? Here we go. I have a friend named Tom. Stupid. So stupid, Mark. Stupid. That's it. So wait. I'm gonna try again. I got too nervous. Okay. Ready? Take deep breaths, Mark. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. I have a friend named Tom. I've known Tom for about 14 years. He's from the US, and we met in India. We were both traveling through India at the time, and we met in the city of Bangalore. Okay, we became good friends because we both have a lot in common. He likes watching movies. I like watching movies. He likes spicy food. I like spicy food. He likes warm weather. I like warm weather. Okay, one thing I really love about Tom is that he has a great sense of humor. He's always telling jokes and doing funny things. Okay, one time we went to the cinema together, and just before the movie, he dropped his popcorn, and there was popcorn all over the... Time's up. Time's up. Okay, I got cut off. I didn't finish my story. Okay, the time cut me off. That was great. That was great. I talked for the full time from the beginning to the end. Now the question is over. I forget about that and I go on to the next question. Because on the CELPIP exam, when your time is up, it's going to forget about that. It's going to move on to the next question. Okay, so you need to look at the new question and you need to start preparing for the next question. So forget about the last question if you did good or if you did bad. But if you talk for the full time, I think you're going to get really good marks. Okay, so look at this. I spoke very slowly, I spoke clearly, and I used every second from the beginning to the end. Okay, if you have a strong accent, then it's really important that you speak slowly and clearly, because very often people with strong accents, when they start talking faster, their English gets worse and it's harder to understand them. So the person who's going to be grading your exam, they need to understand you. If they can't understand you, they're going to give you 0 on the speaking part of the exam. Okay, so I think if you follow these things, you're going to do really well on the exam. But I want to know, what are you going to do to stay calm during the exam? You know, so many people get nervous. I get nervous when I take exams, but you have to have a plan. What's your strategy? What are you going to eat for breakfast that morning? What are you going to drink before the exam? What are you going to do? Are you going to do deep breathing? What are you going to think about? Okay, so I want you to let me know what your strategy is down there in the comments, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.